Welcome, guys. I'm going to be highlighting my mother-in-law's hair today. I'm going to be using Cream Whip from O&M, which is a really great lightener, and with 20 volume, and also a little bit of Cor.Restore to help protect the hair. It's a bonding treatment to add to it. So I'm going to be starting in the front. She has a lot of darkness in the front of her hair, which is super interesting. So I like to start in the front with her because it just takes a little bit more time to process. I don't want it to get too yellow. And I've done her hair many, many times, and I found that starting in the darkest bits first always seems to process better. So I start in her bang area, and I'm going to be doing pretty much a mohawk placement and just doing very fine weaves all the way to the back of her head. I am not teasing the bang area. I want it to be nice and bright, and especially since she has so much of her natural color in there, I really am trying to get as much of that natural color in the highlight as possible. And it's really interesting because usually the front of the head has the most amount of gray normally, but she has a lot of her natural color around her face. So I really like starting in the front with her. Typically with partials, I like to start in the back, but starting in the front is fine too. It just depends on where it's the darkest. So I'm going through her bang section and just doing very fine weaves, like I said. And then as I get towards the back of her head, I'm going to start teasing the sections. I think once I start getting past this area, I will take very fine weaves and tease those. I just like to have more of a, of course, a bolder effect around the face, and then some softness towards the back. She comes to get her she comes to get her highlights done for me about every 3 months. And she likes to be very, very silvery. She's kind of just going with what her hair is naturally doing. So I tried to get her as bright and silvery as possible to match with a majority of her hair. She has very, very straight, fine hair. So I am, just doing baby lights. And then, as I'm getting towards the back, I am going to be lightly teasing those sections just to get a really nice diffused effect. And once I'm done with this mohawk section, I'm going to move on to her sides and do some diagonal sectioning. I like to place the lightener, even though the part or the sectioning is teased, I like to bring the lightener all the way up to the tease. And you will get a nice diffused effect even if you do that, but I find that works best to avoid any warmth close to the root, because sometimes I used to just skim the top or feather towards the top, but I find that really packing it in closer to the tease really helps avoid any warmth, if that makes sense. I hope that does. If you're interested in learning more about O&M, I created a free starter guide down below in the description. And this starter guide, I just wanted to create something that helps people get to know the color line, all the ins and outs of it, and also my favorite tips and tricks and hacks. So go ahead and go down to the description and download the guide. So now we're on to the sides, and I'm just taking very, very fine weaves around her face and getting really close to the root for these first couple foils. I think I do about 2 to 3 foils where I don't tease them. I just want to get them as close to the root as possible. One little trick that I've found with O&M is if you have issues with bleeding. I don't really have issues with bleeding with O&M's products. I really do like this cream whip a lot. It's a very beautiful consistency, and it does have pigment in it, so it helps kind of tone the hair while it's lifting. But if you have issues with slippage or bleed marks close to the root, I would add a little bit of the clay lightener from O&M. I really like adding that for extra grip towards if you're doing really close highlights towards the scalp. That's a little trick I've learned. Her hair I don't really have any slippage issues with her. So I just use the cream whip straight up. But yeah, adding the clay is a really great hack for getting some grip in there. Back to the formulation. The Cor.Restore is O&M's bonding treatment. It's similar to Olaplex. It keeps the hair, it's kind of like the insurance for making sure the lightener doesn't over process. And I feel super safe even overlapping a little bit as long as I have the bonding treatment in there. And it's an amazing bonding treatment. And at the shampoo bowl, you'll see in a moment, but when I rinse her out, the first thing I have to do before I even shampoo is I put their part 2 of the Cor.Restore treatment, and it's a balm, and you place that all over the hair for up to 5 minutes. And I usually put it on when I'm getting her toner ready. So now I'm at the back of the head and just doing some more fine weaves, teased, and bringing it up to the tease, bringing the lightener up to the tease. The cream whip is also really great for on the scalp blonding. And also if you have a client that tends to get a lot of breakage near the face, hairline area near their face, cream whip is really great at preventing breakage. It's really great for really fragile hair around the face. So now that I have all the foils in, I'm going to prepare her toner, which will be 12.8 and platinum half and half with 3.5 volume, which is a deposit only activator. It won't disturb her base at all. So taking out all the foils. I believe I left the foils in for about a half hour. I've learned over the years that even though she's very silver, very gray, because of her natural hair that's still in there, it can get yellow. So I like to leave the foils in longer than you would think, just because I need to get past that orangey yellow stage. So now that everything's rinsed out, I'm putting in the Cor.Restore Part 2, the balm, and distributing all the way through. Once that's in for 5 minutes, I then shampoo with the detox shampoo, and then I put in the Power Base mask for a few minutes, and then rinse, and then I apply the toner. She doesn't like, for most blonding, I usually take out the front area for the money piece and leave that out for like the last 2 minutes of the processing time, but she doesn't need a money piece. So I'm putting the toner all over, and especially focusing on the areas that tend to turn yellow. The 12.8 and platinum color is so amazing for really, really silvery, clean, blonde or gray blending. Once that's in for 20 minutes, I will rinse it all out. And then repeat the process with the detox shampoo and the Power Base. And now we're ready to style, and I'm using the Color Lock Milk and a tonic thickening spray from O&M. Now she's all styled and ready to go. I also did a little haircut on her, and this is the final result. Nice and blended with her silver. Super, super cute and bright. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like for more videos like this from me, and I'll see you in the next one.